Hi everyone, welcome back. I have another skincare reaction video for you, and today we're taking a look at Jessica Alba's nighttime skincare routine on Harper's Bazaar. You guys know I love these go to bed with me videos. I'll leave a link below in the description box to the original video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Susan Yara. I have been in the beauty industry for about 2 decades. I started off as a beauty editor. I have my own skincare line, and I like to focus on skincare education, and I think this is a really fun way to do it with these skincare reaction videos. So with Jessica Alba, obviously we're gonna see a lot of honest skincare products. It's her own line. I would only expect somebody to use products from their own line. I hope that we get to see some other stuff too, and I hope that we get to hear a little bit more about what she does outside of just her skincare routine as well. So let's get this started.
I have found that the wind down to sleep for me is like this ritual, and I'm giving myself these like full-on facials at night just to kind of get myself in the mindset to like just sink into bed. And so part of that wind down is this nighttime routine. Here we go. First, I always pull my hair back because, you know, I would say that I'm kind of messy when it comes to my skincare. I like to do like just like a good wipe.
I want that headband, you guys. Did you see how she did that? She twisted it on. I need it. I must have it. I love headbands. I don't know why.
Down of the face, sort of like wiping away the day. Okay. So you'll see that I'm pretty much only using my Honest Beauty products. Frankly, it's the only way that I can ensure that I'm not gonna have some kind of reaction. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the gel to milk cleanser.
First off, I agree with her. My nighttime skincare routine, sometimes I'll have like a really quick nighttime skincare routine because I'm just so exhausted, it's been a day, and I'll just cleanse my face with the double cleanse, and then I will put on a retinol cream and call it, and that's all I need. But there are some nights during the week, at least once or twice a week, where I really get into my skincare routine because this is my moment, especially as a mom, as a working woman. There are just so many things that I don't get to do in my life these days because I don't have the time for it. So it just feels good to have that moment to myself, and it's really, I truly believe that skincare is self-care. It really, really is. That doesn't mean it has to be this elaborate skincare routine, but you should take that time for yourself. It really does matter. It's interesting to me that she went in with these sponges and kind of, I guess she was wetting her face is what she was doing. I have a feeling she's doing it like that for the purposes of being on camera. It's gonna be a little bit less messy. So I think she was just wetting her face so that she can now go in with her cleanser.
And what's great about this is it's like this milky cleanser that just kind of like...
That was a lot of cleanser. Did you see that? It was a lot. I'm curious to see how this is gonna look.
First it's jelly, but it's so fun because it turns milky when you mix it with water. And it really like breaks down the makeup. Like today I was wearing lashes and a bit more makeup than normal days because I was filming. My son, I take these off in the shower and my son thinks they're spiders. Freaks him out. Like I said, I do like to double cleanse when I'm wearing a sort of like more of a glam face. My mom was always so insistent with me spending money on my skincare. She was like, if you got any money to spend on anything, better take care of that face. Next is I'm gonna use Calm.
Yeah, so I think that she's using those sponges, honestly, because she is on camera. We will never know unless we get a chance to actually ask Jessica herself, but I have a feeling she's doing it like that so that it's not her sitting over a sink and then splashing water all over her face while she's on camera. I actually am very interested in that cleanser that she used. She did use a lot, but I loved the way the texture got with it. It seems like it's right up my alley. You don't have to do a double cleanse every single night. You just have to make sure you cleanse properly. I personally think it's faster and much more efficient, and you're just more gentle with your skin if you do a proper double cleanse. And what I mean by a proper double cleanse is an oil-based cleanser first to help loosen everything everything up and break it down, and then going in with a water-based cleanser afterwards to just get it all off of your face. Sounds like it's a lot to deal with, but it's not. It's so fast, and once you have it in your routine, it just gets rid of all of the day very, very easily. That said, this looked very gentle, and it looked like it just has this beautiful lather to it, or this milky texture to it. That was really interesting to me. We didn't get to really see the makeup come off. We didn't see how much work went into that. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, what's the difference of using the sponges like she was using versus like a makeup wipe, for instance? But truly, the difference is that there's no product in these sponges. She's not really relying on the sponges necessarily to remove all of her makeup the way people do with wipes. She's relying on the cleanser. So she worked that cleanser into her skin, she broke everything down, and then she used the sponges to get it all off of her skin. So I'm assuming that her skin is cleansed enough. Again, we didn't get to see the whole process, we saw bits of it, but I'm gonna make the assumption that she did a good job. The only thing I would say is that she was maybe a little bit rough when she was using the sponges. They're probably really soft. She could definitely be a little bit more gentle with her skin, especially around her eye area. That is where you want to be the most gentle, because that skin is the most delicate skin of your face. As we're getting older, that's one of the areas where we start to see our age. So if you don't want to have to worry about it so much and counteract what you're doing to your skin, then you want to be really gentle, even if you're just using some sponges.
Calm On Foaming Cleanser by Honest Beauty. And you could really just use this. I usually just use this one every single day. And it does break down makeup. But like I said, for those like heavier makeup days, I do like to double cleanse. So this is nice because it's a nice calming. It has like a phyto complex, the Eczema Association, which I don't know if y'all got eczema or suffer from any kind of rashy, dry patches, but I found that it was really hard to find a really great line of skincare that really worked and was active and felt more luxurious than just like a basic line. All right. I love these sponges. You can get them any.
So I actually jumped the gun and I thought she was saying that she likes to double cleanse on other days, not in her current skincare routine that she was showing us. So I thought she was gonna just move on to her next step, but she's going in with a double cleanse, which is perfect. You can use a really gentle cream cleanser. She's giving us some insight into her skin actually by talking about eczema, which essentially means that she's got dry, sensitive skin. So she is going with a double cleanse. You can definitely use a cream cleanser. It should do the job if it's a good cleanser, whether it's a gentle one or not. And then she is going in with these sponges, which she's about to talk about.
Anywhere, you can get them, you know, from like Target or Amazon. I got these online from Amazon. My girlfriend taught me all about double masking, and basically it's like in some areas.
So she got those sponges off of Amazon. That's where I get a lot of those types of accessories, I guess, for my skincare routine and my beauty products and stuff is Amazon.
You may want to have that more kind of like antioxidant, that look where your pores look like more refined and tighter, and just like that dope kind of skin vibe, versus really wanting like a detox situation if you feel like you're getting maskne from wearing masks, or if you're just feeling congested. So I do like to double mask, and it's kind of a twofer. So this is my Detox.
So what she's referring to as double masking, I like to refer to it as multi-masking. So it's kind of whatever you want to call it, but the concept is the same thing. She's going to use two different masks that serve two different purposes. One of them is a detox mask and one of them is more of a brightening mask. And what she's going to do is she's going to put the different masks in the places on her face where she needs them. So in places where she's breaking out, she's probably going to put the detox mask, and in places where she wants that brightness, she's going to put the brightening mask. And I actually appreciate that she's doing this because, you know, our skin is not necessarily the same in every single area, and we're not dealing with the same issues all over our face too. So this is a really good technique.
3-in-1 mask, and it's nice with this one because it's not over drying. A lot of these activated charcoal masks can be quite drying, and I wanted to create one that just doesn't really overly dry your skin. So I'm putting it really on my forehead here, and here where I get my maskne. I go in with this Prime and Perfect. I don't know, just gives that like face this like glow. It feels like tighter. It kind of tightens up when it dries on your face. And it's packed with antioxidants. shea butter, and it smells like a smoothie on your face. So this I actually use also every single morning, not even gonna lie. I'm not really broken out here, but I just like to put that layer because that is where I tend to break out.
All right, so you saw how she does the multi-masking. Should I do a video on multi-masking and the different combinations? I did it a long time ago. So these two masks, I was just taking a look at them. I had not tried them, and so there's only so much that I can take away from looking at the ingredient list, but I can tell you they seem to be both very gentle masks. They're not giving ultra benefits to the skin because they don't have these intense ingredients that are going to give you a lot. The pink mask has antioxidants in it, which are really just good for your skin in general. These antioxidants are really good for brightening and replenishing the skin and strengthening the skin. Obviously, again, it's for sensitive skin, so if she's a person that has sensitive skin, she maybe can't use like a vitamin C serum. It might be too irritating for her skin specifically. So this would be a good way to get some of those antioxidants into her skin without having to deal with sensitivity. When I think of a detox mask, I really want to have some of those ingredients that really will unclog your pores. I want to see something like salicylic acid, or at least like mandelic acid, something like that that's really going to get into the pores. This is a clay mask, so it's not that different from other clay masks. What I do like about them though is that there are hydrating and moisturizing ingredients in them, because one of my biggest beefs with these clay masks out there is that some of them can really be too drying for the skin, and then when they get really tight, they can be very uncomfortable and irritating to the skin too. These I presume won't dry down so much, they'll actually stay a little bit more comfortable on the skin and probably wash off really nicely too because they have so many moisturizers in them.
And then never forget your neck. So this is the Comfort Zone.
Funny, I never actually think to use a clay mask on my neck. I don't want that tightening effect, I guess, from the clay mask on my neck. I'd rather have something that's more hydrating for my skin. But if you are getting breakouts on your neck for some reason, then you could use some kind of a clay mask on your neck.
Eye patches. This I actually discovered when I was in Italy. We launched Honest Beauty at Douglas in Italy, and when I was there, we went to a bunch of cities, and my makeup artist discovered this amazing brand. And literally my eyes react to so many things, and these are the only patches that I can use that I haven't had a reaction to. I wish they were cheaper. When you're a woman of a certain age, you're always...
So that's interesting to see her go in with these eye gels. I would actually wait until after the clay masks come off of her face to apply something like this. It's not necessarily going to be bad for her skin. It almost just seems a little bit wasteful because these eye masks usually have some type of a serum in them. And we know she's gonna rinse her face off after this. So she's gonna lose a little bit of that benefit, and she's complaining a little bit about the price and stuff. So it's like, if you don't wanna waste it, I would apply it after you've washed your face, and probably after you've put on some serums and before your moisturizer.
Looking for a healthier lip, glossy. So it's like a lip treatment and a gloss in one. And this is Moonstone. It's nice because it really like hydrates and gives you that plumping effect when you put it on. All right, so we just sort of like...
I actually want to try that lip gloss only because it looks so glossy. It matches the eye gels that she's just put on. I haven't tried it. I haven't used a lot of Honest Beauty lately, and I know that they've launched a lot of products. That lip gloss is catching my attention. That and that first cleanser that she used.
Sit like this for, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. I used to go to a facialist a lot more. Shani Darden, she is my homegirl. I don't really have a regular dermatologist. I probably should. I feel like I really should. I am not afraid to use a skin tightening laser. Bring it. I am not afraid to use an IPL. Bring it. All right, so I'm gonna take this off now.
You guys know it. Whenever you watch these videos, I always want people to tell us what they do outside of their skincare products, so I really appreciate that she's doing that. She's talking about how she goes to see Shani Darden as her esthetician. That probably contributes to her beautiful skin a lot. Her skincare products obviously do too, but the regular treatments to go see your esthetician can really change your skin. Saying that she likes to get these tightening lasers and IPL, resurfacing lasers and stuff like that, that also tells us a lot about her skin and what she'll have done. It's interesting that she says that because we're hearing her say how she's got this really sensitive skin, but she can handle these kinds of treatments. So that just says a lot about the professionals that she goes to see. They must obviously be really good with skin, which we would only expect from someone like Jessica Alba to only see professionals that are good with her skin. But you know, when you are getting these types of laser treatments done, you have to be in the hands of the right professional for your skin type and your skin tone as well. But I love that she's acknowledging all of that kind of stuff because it really does make a difference.
First off, I'm going to use the Honestly Bright Eyes because
she's about to go in with an eye treatment. While your skin is damp though, I want you to remember, not wet skin, but damp skin, apply your next serum. That way you get that hydration and you start to lock it all in. You're going to utilize the dampness in your skin and make all of your products from here just work even better. So I would have loved to have seen her go in with that right away with like some kind of a treatment serum or something, or even a moisturizer right here. She's gonna go in with an eye treatment, so let's watch.
Doesn't need some brightness under their eyes. Yes, please. What's great is it's this nice like water-based formula, and it's really like very hydrating, and it has like pigment, so it sort of counters that like bluish that can happen under the eyes. Next, I'm gonna go in with...
So I'm a little confused as to why she's using this type of eye treatment in her nighttime skincare routine, only because it does have pigment and that could be a little bit pore clogging. Maybe it's made to be, you know, left on your skin and it could totally be fine, but pigments don't tend to be really good to leave on your skin overnight. So that's the only thing I would say about this. It seems like an interesting type of eye cream to use during the day. And you guys know, if I'm gonna use an eye cream, that's where I'd like to use it, especially if it has some type of pigment. She's also just kind of like leaving it there too, which is very interesting to see. I'm not really sure why she's leaving it there, but I guess we're gonna see what happens.
The Organic Beauty Facial Oil. I'm gonna do like a big full dropper of it. Put it all over the face. This is great for all skin types. Smells really nice. So while I have this thick layer on my face, I'm gonna go in with the Nurse Jamie. It's called like Eyeonix, and it just sort of like vibrates. I mean, you can hear it, and it just feels really good on the face, especially after a long day. It feels like you're really like massaging. It's like, how do I take the best part of a facial and bring it into my daily routine? Yes, but I wouldn't recommend doing it on a dry face. I think you really need to have like product to help sort of move it around without pulling your skin under your eyes.
All right, so you know, was that as fascinating to you guys to watch her put an oil on over essentially like tinted makeup, like a concealer almost, like not completely a concealer, but it had pigment to it, and you just saw the oil just completely break it down. So there was nothing that wrong with it, except that it was a waste in some ways of that cream that she put on under her eyes, because oil is just going to break down all of that pigment. That's how it works when you're obviously double cleansing. It's trying to break all of it down. I mean, could she still be getting some moisturizing benefits from it? Maybe the oil's locking that in a little bit, but it was just fascinating to just watch it completely disappear. That Eyeonix tool from Nurse Jamie it's interesting. It's not that fancy. Even Nurse Jamie was like, this is a cool tool because you get like this temporary, almost like lifted effect from it, but she recommended using it during the daytime so you get that temporary effect. At the very least though, she's getting some massage around her eyes, which is always nice, and she's doing it with an oil on her face. This oil to me isn't that fascinating. It's a blend of different oils, but they're not fancy oils that are going to change your skin or anything like that. It's just a blend of oils. It has some essential oils in it too. It's not the kind of product that I'd be like, you have to have this in your skincare routine. It's a nice blended oil, and it's probably going to smell nice because it has essential oils in it. Could that irritate your skin? You know, I'm not usually the person to be like, I wouldn't put fragrance or essential oils on your skin, but because she talked about having eczema and sensitive skin, that's when I get a little bit annoyed. And this is something that we see actually with a lot of different brands these days is, they'll talk about how skin can be very sensitive and irritants and toxins and all that kind of stuff that are in beauty products, especially when you have sensitive skin. But then they'll go and put essential oils into their products and they think that that's going to be better for your skin. But what could happen is people who have sensitive skin who think that they need to have all these natural or organic products, they end up putting these types of ingredients on their skin, and those are the people that might get the irritation. I'm not the person that gets the irritation from essential oil. My skin is pretty resilient, but I never talk about having sensitive skin. I could eventually develop some type of a reaction to essential oils, but I haven't, and I might never. But people that have sensitive skin, that actually look for products to help their sensitive skin, their eczema, any other type of skin issue, those are the people that should be avoiding the essential oils. And I hate that it gets positioned to them as these are sensitive skin products when there are essential oils in them.
All right. Next is this like really beautiful, are you kidding? It's called ReFa.
ReFa?
It's this, I actually don't know any of the technical aspects of it. All I know is that my girlfriend, Monica Blender, who's a makeup artist, she got this for me as a gift. And I don't know, it just feels fancy. And this little guy right here is like, it's powered by solar. So I did set it outside to get powered up. I don't know if I should have done that. I don't know why I did that, but I did. So there's that. As you can see, I got like these kind of rosy cheeks now. I feel like my forehead's missing and needs a little loving. And next is
I fully appreciate that she wants to use a face roller. Even an expensive one like this, it feels fancy. Do what you want to do. If you have the money to buy fancy stuff like this, then by all means do it. She is being a little bit rough, even though she has that oil to give her skin some slip. There is a technique to massaging your face. Does it really matter? You're still gonna probably get a lot of benefits from just massaging your face, but be gentle with your face. You want to make sure that you're being just so gentle, treating your face like it's a baby's butt. You want to make sure that you're not tugging at your skin and you're not actually causing damage instead of helping your skin. So that's the only thing I want to say about it. It's fine to use that roller and to even use it after the Eyeonix. I don't know what the charge that it does went from the solar energy or anything. I haven't used this before. It's a very fascinating tool for sure. I mean, you can get a lot of the same benefits from just using a jade roller. So, I wouldn't get too hung up on the actual tool, but this one's definitely a fancy one.
Beauty Sleep Serum. And this is nice because literally like, I feel like in one night you can see such a difference. So I don't know if you all have like blackheads on your nose or congestion, but really in like 7 days of using this every night, it's a dramatic difference. It's recommended that you could use it once a week after that, or you could use it every day. It's really like whatever is your jam. And then now.
All right, so this serum, I really wish she would have put onto her skin before she put on that oil. This is her AHA treatment. It has glycolic acid, lactic acid, and some other AHAs in it. So this is her exfoliating treatment, and I love a good exfoliating treatment. AHAs aren't necessarily the chemical exfoliants I really go for clogged pores. I'm all about BHA for that, but if you can't handle a BHA, or if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, anything like that, obviously go for your AHAs. I feel like AHAs are just great for that. Really just removing that top layer of your skin in a gentle way, getting rid of the dead skin cells, exposing that new bright fresh skin, and your BHA is to really get into the pores and unclog them. And it's marketed obviously as a resurfacing serum, so it's going to do just that because it has these AHAs in it. I have never used this before, so I don't know how effective it is. I don't know how it feels on the skin, nothing like that, but it is a serum, so it would be way more effective if you put it on underneath the oil. That said, when you use some kind of a treatment like this and you put it on underneath an oil is so occlusive that it actually can make it a little bit stronger on your skin. So that's something to keep in mind if you do have sensitive skin. If you feel like AHAs can be irritating to your skin, you don't want to use too occlusive of a moisturizer or a oil, because that might make it actually stronger because it's holding it there on the skin. Or you actually might want to. There's also the flip side of that, right? Like you might want to have your serum work a little bit harder, and that's what you're doing when you're locking it in.
Next is the Hydrogel. I would say that the person who's taught me most about skin is probably Shawnee, mixed with my mom, just always doing skincare. And then I've learned a lot just frankly from being in my office and from chemists and learning from them about formulas and about what does what, and really learning about clean chemistry because it's a tricky one and there's a lot of greenwashing out there. So I'm just taking a giant glob of this, and this is the Hydrogel. And I would say that if I was stranded on a desert island and I can only take one product, this would be it. What's cool is that, as you can see, I'm putting on like the thickest layer ever. And this thick layer, you can leave it. It has this like time release. So it will sort of like melt on your face over time and slowly release all of that moisture goodness. And I would say like something that I do for my skin that isn't skincare is I do like to take omegas.
Before she gets into the non-skincare part of it, this is fascinating to watch. Are you guys not fascinated by this? I saw the name gel cream and I was like, oh, this is gonna be very light. But then she used a bunch of this, which you know what, I'm not one to judge because I am very heavy-handed with my creams. She's also my age. We can handle a lot more moisture to our skin, but it's fascinating to watch how this kind of goes on to the skin because I did not expect it to be so thick. When I hear gel cream, I think of a really light gel texture. What I would say though is, again, because she already had that oil on, this won't penetrate the skin. So she really needs to reverse the order of that, and we'll talk about it at the very end of this video because I just want to continue seeing what she does and hear her talk about what she's doing outside of skincare for her skin. But this is very fascinating. The other thing I want to point out is that we saw her use that mask on her neck, but then we never saw her put anything else on her neck. So I really think that's almost like doing a disservice to her neck and her chest area. I'd like to see her bring all of her skincare down. And the reason for that is because our neck is really thin skin. So just like you want to really, you know, focus on your eye area because the skin is thin there. Same with your neck. Your neck has really thin skin, so you'll see aging in this area and you'll see the aging in this area.
I think that's really important. I take a hyaluronic acid supplement as well, and I drink a lot of water, and I drink electrolyte water. I'm ready to go to bed.
So I love hearing what people will take supplement-wise. Obviously, omega fatty acids, taking those types of supplements are really good for you. They're good for your body, they're good for your heart and your blood flow. And they obviously will make your hair and your skin look better too. But hearing that she takes a hyaluronic acid supplement, I'm very interested in this. I don't know how well they work. I haven't really even done a lot of research into them. This is something that I've been thinking about for like the past year or so. It's very fascinating to me. Like, can you take a hyaluronic acid pill and then get the same benefits? I don't know, but if you know, tell me and tell everybody else because I'm very curious about how hyaluronic acid supplements work and if they give you that plumping to your skin. Like, should I be taking one? Should I look into this? Let me know.
All right, guys. So the question now is, do I get a glass of wine as a little nightcap, or do I take a nice cup of tea? Cup of tea, glass of wine. Cup of tea, glass of wine. I'm gonna go for the wine. All right, thank you for going to bed with me. I hope you feel calm and ready to snuggle into bed with a glass of wine with me. We could do it together, but apart, but together. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah.
All right, I love it. She is so beautiful. She really is like timeless. She does not age, in my opinion. She always looks so good. You know, she brought up something about like greenwashing and marketing and all of that kind of stuff and learning from chemists. I do think as a skincare owner, she's got more than skincare, obviously. You do start to learn a lot just by, you know, asking questions, sharing your ideas, you know, talking about the things that you want. There's this message out there these days that's starting to become a little bit more prevalent about how greenwashing is among among like clean beauty brands and it's, you know, fear mongering and all that kind of stuff. What I actually think needs to happen is not the like bullying that happens for people who are trying to have clean beauty products or that want natural or organic. I think what really needs to happen is a better conversation about how a lot of this is just misinformation, because obviously, you know, I picked up from Jessica Alba that she wants to present the right information to people and she's not trying to, you know, scare anybody or use the wrong products or tell people to use the wrong types of ingredients. Instead, what I picked up is that she doesn't like greenwashing either. It almost feels like there's just misinformation out there and people don't necessarily know that they're saying things that are wrong or recommending things that are wrong. And I'm referring also to the fact that I said, you know, if you've got sensitive skin, you shouldn't use actually these types of products that have essential oils in them. I think that's, you know, misinformation that's been told to us, that it could be better for your skin to use those because it's organic and it's natural. So I think that that just really goes to show there needs to be a better conversation happening, not a, you know, this is where we stand on the like science side and this is where we stand on the clean, natural, organic side. I think there needs to be a better bridge of the conversation, because I think people just want what really works for their skin and what's safe for their skin and what's good for their skin, what's gonna just give them really nice results. As far as her skincare routine goes, there are a few things that I would have changed in this skincare routine. Mostly it's the order of how she used things. So for instance, the eye gels that she used, I would have actually used those eye gels after she washed her face. I would have liked to have seen her put on her AHA Resurfacing Serum after she rinsed the clay masks off of her face, and she would have utilized, you know, like the dampness in her skin. It would have made it work even better for her and she would have gotten more exfoliation happening. She could have put the eye gels on, let them soak in a little bit, and then she actually could have just gotten rid of the tinted eye cream that she used. Then she could have put on her gel moisturizer and then topped it with the oil that she put on, then gone in with the massage. It would have been a lot more effective of a routine had she done it in that order. Did she harm her skin in any way? I don't think so. I mean, she put a little bit of a tinted product on her skin after washing it, but I don't think that that's a huge deal in this case. It's more of a skincare product that had a little bit of tint in it. It's not a hardcore, you know, foundation or concealer that's super thick and occlusive to the skin, so it probably is fine. There were definitely a couple of products that I was interested in that I haven't tried before. That first cleanser that she used, the jelly one, and then the lip balm that she used, I was kind of like, might have to take a look. But anyway, that was Jessica Alba and her nighttime skincare routine. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. You can find me on Instagram. I'm at Susan Yara, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.